only one sound you can get out of bass, piano, and drums. I mean, the music is different from each other, you're right. But after a while, you start hearing other things, you know, and so I started practicing more at home because I have well, it's 10 years old now, but I have a new Steinway at home.
Oh, beautiful.
So that makes me practice more now. And so that's why I'm enjoying doing it, but I haven't done too many solo
That must
gigs.
be nice to come home to, eh?
Oh, yeah. I haven't really made a practice of performing solo, but I have performed some solo gigs, which...
Well, you did that concert at Lincoln Center, what was it, year 2000?
Yeah, but that was, we won't count that. That was a funny thing. What the concept of that was, they hired pianists who never played solo or didn't play it as a regular thing.
Gee.
Yeah, because I never will forget, Kenny Barron played the first one. I played the second one. So Kenny Barron came to my concert. We each just did, you know, like one Saturday, I think it was, in the, you know, a full concert. But I asked Kenny, I said, well, Kenny, how did you enjoy it? I didn't get to go to Kenny's. Kenny said, well, let's put it this way. Kenny says, I walked out on the stage after they announced me. And he says, I looked to the right, no drums. I looked to the left, no bass. He says, I wanted to yell, help. And so that stuck with me, you know, before I went on, because he came back. And I said, I got up there, and there's this big, long 9-foot Steinway.
Wow.
And only me, and a room full of people, you know. I wanted to yell that too, but I said no. And so that was actually my first concert is playing solo. The other things I played solo are maybe like clubs where, you know, they're not as quiet as concerts, you know, and a lot of private affairs, you know. And but I started working on it, not consciously. I just start playing because I don't want, you know, for playing solo. Everybody who does solo, they want to have their own way of doing it because there can be a sameness of a lot of solo players. And, you know, like most of us try to avoid that, you know, but it's, I'm having fun trying it.
I sure enjoyed hearing Dr. Billy Taylor play solo Body and Soul the other night.
Billy Taylor is one of the champions.
You played more piano with one hand than a lot of guys play with both, you know.
No,
I was
he's
really
a very
surprised.
special person to me. Anyway.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite. You know, I mean, he's also a great educator and television personality from his CBS program. But one of my favorite all-time tunes that he wrote is I Wish I Knew How It Feels to Be Free, you know.
I recorded it.
Yeah.
And he complimented me so much after he had recorded it, you know. And but I did it in a little different way.
What key did you play it into?
F.
F.
He plays it in A flat.
A flat, right.
Yeah.
Interesting. I love that tune, you know, and to hear him play it, I want to hear your version. So I'm going to dig that one up. I want to hear how you approach that.
Well, mine is back to 74, in 1974, I think, was when I did it. But even now, I play it different. In fact, I think I do it different every time I sit down to play it.
It's wonderful the way the bass line moves on that. It's just powerful. It just moves you, you know. So, and besides playing in instrumental groups and now your solo piano thing also, and then you've been going over to Japan on as an annual or biannual basis with Marion McPartland and 10 great pianists.
It's every other year.
Every other year.
Yeah, since 1989 we've been.
And that program is called 100 Gold
100
Fingers.
Gold Fingers, yeah, because there's always 10 of us. Yeah.
That's a beautiful name and a beautiful concept, you know.
Yeah.
So, and you must have a ball. And for the rhythm
Oh,
section?
we do.
Rhythm section is Bob Cranshaw and
It was Bob
and Alan
Cranshaw.
Dawson?
Well, he started, but Alan didn't. Alan died after 2 years
Oh
of
yeah,
that.
I'm
you
so
remember?
sorry. Yeah,
And Grady Tate.
Grady Tate's been
But
coming.
Grady didn't go this last time. I think I heard Grady was ill.
Ah,
I forgot the drummer's name we used. A drummer from California, fantastic drummer too. So he will probably be with us, you know, because
maybe
it's still going on.
Was it Akira Tano?
No,
maybe?
it wasn't Akira. He's a guy. He does a lot of studio work. He does everything well.
Uh huh.
I'm just having a senior moment right now. I can't remember.
Well, I'm sure that when you're not playing on that show, there's a lot of great storytelling backstage and on the bus or however you travel.
Well, it's just a
to the
fun
different-
thing, you know.
Yeah.
It's more like I equate it with what I imagine a traveling sports team, like a traveling baseball team. It usually starts at the airport in the lounge,
Uh-huh.
because we always fly. They always fly us business class over there.
Nice.
So we get there early and we're partying in the lounge. As soon as we get on the flight, we're nodding out and sleeping.
Yeah. Wow.
But it's a fun thing. Everybody's supportive of each other. There's never been anybody who thinks they're playing better than the other. It's none of that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's amazing because we've had some really fantastic, good players, and we still do. We have a couple of new ones this year, who both fantastic players. Cyrus Chestnut for one.
Uh-huh.
Cyrus is either his second or third year with us.
Wow.
And Gerald Clayton is his first time.
Oh,
You're going to hear about him.
from the Clayton brothers.
Yeah,
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, from
The whole family.
His father is John Clayton, the bass player.
Right. I heard them
Yeah.
play together. They just knocked me out. You
Yeah.
know. Really.
You know, he's
Yeah.
living in New York now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
phenomenal young talent.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
Well, and then
a nice guy too.
so you've worked with vocalists, and some of your most well-known work has been with vocalists. How do you feel about backing up vocalists?
Well, accompanying a vocalist is a different ball game completely. You have to treat it as such. But I just happen to like playing for vocalists, maybe because of that, you know.
Mhm.
And one of the best accompanists of all time, the late great Jimmy Jones, you know, who played for Ella, Sarah, all those people. He always taught me, he says, one thing you keep in mind is imagine a portrait. The singer is the subject of the portrait, but a good portrait needs a good frame. The accompanist is the frame. You know? And that way you learn to do things like you don't get in the way. You don't accompany them the same way you accompany horns. It's entirely different. You listen to the singer, you know, and you
Right.
enhance what
It's
they're
challenging.
doing. You know.
Challenging to back up a vocalist, but
It is, but
Yeah.
I love doing it. I
Yeah.
still like doing it. I've worked with some really great vocalists. Dinah Washington,
Dinah Washington,
for 3
right.
years, yeah. You know, and I really enjoyed working with her. And who else? Joe Williams,
Joe Williams.
yeah.
Wow.
Johnny Hartman.
Yeah. Oh, Johnny Hartman, one of my very favorites.
Yes.
You know, I love that ballads.
He was the most
Album.
overlooked singer I think there ever was. You know,
I love his voice. You know.
he was from Chicago also.
Yeah.
you know.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
One of my all-time favorites is his recording of "My One and Only
Yep.
Love"
Yep.
and "Easy Living." You know,
Yeah.
it just that's some of my most favorite music. Well, that must have been wonderful work with Johnny Hartman and
Oh yeah.
Joe Williams and Dinah Washington. You know,
Yeah.
the list of people that you've played with is just incredible. And then one of our mutual friends and timekeepers, the great Bernard Purdy. You know, Bernard has always been one of my favorite.
Oh yeah.
Not only drummers, but his personality. He lights up the room when he comes in every time.
And Bernard knows how to do it all.
Yeah, he
He
does.
knows how to
yeah.
accompany vocalists. He's
Yeah.
doing a show right now. He's doing hair.